tractate of Tainus, that Omar Bayemahu, Hine Lekeinu Zeh Kivinu Lebishenu, Zeh Hashem Kivinu Lenogilo Venismo, Zeh Hashem, we're pointing that we will see the Eibush there in the middle of the dance. And as it says in the tractate, and everyone will point with the finger, Mare Be'etzba, points with the finger, which this is when could he point with the finger? When it's in front of him.
That's a metaphor, right? That's a...
You mean to say Kavyochel, right? But it's an Indian that we referred. We'll be able to see it in a physical sense, in this physical world, Gili Atzmus.
Whatever that means. Until it happens, we don't know, right?
You say it on Mizu, there's a lot of things we don't know. Somebody asked me this week, what will happen with all the countries that there's irritation, Mises, Mashiach will come. It'll automatically disappear. What will happen? So, not only one time zeh, but in this verse it says twice zeh. Hine Elokeinu zeh, zeh Hashem kivinu le. Kefi sheyi agila delasad lavi, as it'll be the revelation then. As it says in footnote 17 in the tractate of Tainus, that they will say twice zeh, 2 times zeh. This giloi, this revelation of the upcoming redemption, this is drawn down through our activities and our deeds. In the course of 6,000 years that the world stands, in general, in particular, especially after Matan Torah, which then a new phase came about in serving the Eibishter. We were given by the Mount Sinai. And more in particular, the last 2,000 years. And especially in the heels of Mashiach, which is in later years, the heels of Mashiach.
So I understand. So the Levi ends up doing the Kohen's job, bringing it down?
It's not that his... his elevation, he's also contributing to the Hamshacha.
So, but usually it was the Kohen's job to bring it down. So now
but because the Kohen gave it to him, the Kohen is helping him, is giving him the potential, so his elevation is also bringing about the Hamshacha.
Because then what was the whole problem of Korach? He didn't know this, or
he wanted that only the elevation alone should stand out as an exclusive and as a priority. But the priority is not the elevation. The priority is the drawing down. He wanted to make that the priority should be the elevation more than the drawing down. The Aved of Leviim is more than Aved of Kohen. Let's put it this way. I mentioned last week an example. The example for that is in the 6 days of creation. It says Vahi Erev, Vahi Veiker. Evening and then morning. So it says, what does it mean, evening and morning? It says that Navedet means a person accomplishes a whole day's work. At night, his work elevates Lamaila, and this brings about the next day. So Korach said, give a look. The elevation is accomplished at night, and that is responsible for drawing down the new day. So he says, then we are the priority. We are bringing about the new day. So Moshe Rabbeinu said, no, Beker v'yeda Hashem. The priority is the daytime, the revelation, not the elevation. And here the Rebbe says, the Ikvis of the Mashiach, if you look at the year, 1984. This means in that itself, already a closer stage. This is in Memdalet. This is the year the Rebbe started to storm about the Yonim Mashiach. The Al Yedei Aveda Anal, through the above mentioned service, Zeichem the Gili Beispal Mimzeh. We merit to have the revelation of twice there. This will be in the true and ultimate redemption of David Malka Mashiach, through David HaMelech. Mashiach Bagola Didan in our time. As you mentioned already in the past, the Rebbe asked, why does he add Bagola Didan? The Rebbe explained, is because Bagola Didan has 2 things. One, it means our time, the way we calculate time, not the way the Eibishter calculates time. When we tell him a day, it could be 1,000 years. It says Ke'elef shonim beinecha ki emesma. So we say no, the way we calculate a day, which is 24 hours. And a second union of time, which also the Rebbe gives an answer in regards to the 6 days of creation, that there are others who want to say that every day was like who knows how many years. The Rebbe says no. So I understand. I think, as far as I remember, the Rebbe says it was 24 hours. Begashmis.
The Ramban also says that a lot of people say that it was only 24 hours.
That it was not 24.
No.
That it was 24 hours. Right. Right. And others want to say there was a longer duration. Then another Inyan Bagoli Didan means that it should come down in Aramaic. It's not enough that it comes down Lashon HaKodesh, but also in world language. Lamata masfaret asoret vachim, lower than 10 cubic feet, ubesumchov tuv leva, with joy and good hearted.
So the actual word who, the Rebbe is
the aim of
darshaning that it's
that's what Chassidus explains.
The Rebbe said it, or it's out the Rebbe said it?
From Tzemach Tzedek. Look at the Torah. Look at the Torah. V'avad alevi hu.
So could you review?
Look at the Torah. You have this.
Review the answers to those two questions.
Which two questions? The demons.
The demons.
The demons was what's the uftu hastas?
What did they do? How did they give them bodies, and what's the mileage?
They give them bodies because they in kedusha fulfill the purpose of the elevation by the intention. The ultimate goal is to draw down. In the same way, they also accomplish that in Lu'umazeh, there should also be the drawing down and not the removal.
That gives them bodies.
Uf and Kalim.
What's the milo?
What's the Mila? That's a good question. Okay. Now the second question, who? What's the question? Who? V'avad alevi who? Yeah. Okay. So this is the question is that he takes the who and he brings it down, concealed in a revealed way.